Hey, everybody. Quick word. The Dallas Public Library is hosting a Comic Con on Friday, March 14th. That's 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. They have a whole bunch of vendors, guest artists, and more. There will be comic vendors, collectibles, cards, toys, games, all sorts of stuff, and lots of artists, including Yuki Saeki and some other folks here on the back. But I just wanted to mention really quick that this is going on. That's 950 Main Street in Dallas, Oregon. And if you need to get a hold of them at all, their phone number is 503 623 2633. Once again, that's the Dallas Comic Con, and that's being held at the library, free, Friday, March 14th, 2025, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The truth is, as I will always give you, is that I plan to do all this diecast stuff over the weekend, and then my back went out, and had to spend most of the time in bed or in a recliner, neither of which was perfect. And I have a problem with my left side now. It's usually right. But anyway, I'm back out here to try to make amends. So let's go into the Walmart. Wow, it kind of sounds like, I'd like to apologize by poking you in the balls with a stick. My favorite skin in Fortnite right now, actually. Sicko Sid. Farouk. Reimagined? Why? Why does it have to be reimagined? Wasn't it imagined at first? Isn't that enough? West Coast Crusher. Couple of cool ones. That's super fun. Nothing I'm looking for, of course. But cool. Decisions. Shout out to Nazar. Fire truck for you, man. This is what I was hoping to find. Specifically that one right there, of course. These all seem to be sort of the same, but, you know, different paint job. Those are cool. Green and red, red and white, white and red. I think that's the, oh, and there's an orange one too. But seeing as how I only need one, I'm only getting one. And those are $4 too.
Super cool.
Hey, Charizard, or whatever you call it. Shout out to Matt. All right. Well, you saw the title, so here's the second Walmart. I found pretty much everything I needed at that last stop, but I do need some drain cleaner, so I'm gonna grab some drain cleaner while I'm here, and a couple of the things that I forgot at the last damn Walmart. Between my physical falling apart and my mental falling apart, the only thing I can tell you is don't get old. It does. I mean, it's a tiny shirt. Wouldn't fit anybody but a kid, but Carol Shelby. Bring him up right, I guess, right? Wow, Fairmont is not wanted apparently. Nothing. Don't like Mercedes, but that's nice. Still here. Who doesn't? Okay, you want to see something? So, Hot Wheels display. Now I know what it's like to be Andre. I haven't been out here for a little while, but I figured since I was out here anyway, let's go in and see what Blaine likes, and nothing else. Just this is what Blaine likes and nothing else. It's a cool shop. Come on, let's go. So right off the bat, I can tell you I haven't seen this thing before. It greets you as you come around the corner. Come in the door. It's as tall as I am. And more respectable. Welcome back to Monkey Shine Lab, everybody. Not so much lab as our living room. But I wanted to, first of all, apologize for my disappearance. I had a lot of stuff going on, so just filming had to take, a back seat, if you will. And so I took all the footage that I could get over a couple of days and kind of compiled it into this episode. And if you haven't watched one of these episodes before, sometimes I have to blank out audio in an establishment because there are people around me having conversations or something, and I want to make really sure that I don't break anybody's privacy or accidentally air information that somebody who happens to be in the store at the time was talking about. And then also too, there's usually, copyrighted music playing, and that'll get me a strike. And what that means is that they'll eventually they can just sack you if you use too much licensed stuff. But I'm not here to talk to you about sacking. I am actually here to talk to you about a couple of things. I've got a metric pant load of books here, and then I've also got some die casts to show that I've picked up over the last week. So I just wanted to burn through these really quick because some of these I have to send out to friends of mine. I bought some comic books for friends, and I'm going to mail those as soon as I can carry things again. It's a long story. Anyway, don't get old. That's all I could tell you. Don't get old. Annual Inhumans. I picked this up as a giveaway. It is a really nice piece. This is definitely a bag that needs to be changed. It's dusty, it's dirty, it's old, and it's got medical tape holding it closed. This next one, I bought this for Andre, and he knows it's coming already, so it's no surprise. But we were looking this up, couldn't really find it. It's a little bit more tough of a book to come by because of the Batman Who Laughs being on the cover of it. But as you can see up there, it's Fortnite, which is one of Andre's favorites. So that's coming out to him. Here's a book that I mistakenly bid on. I already have. But this is going out to Matt Hennigan. So Matt, your My Stupidity is Your Game. This finally came in. Again, he knows about it. I'm not breaking any surprise by showing it on the show here. And then Jersey picked up this Micronauts with Doom on the cover. Always a good thing, always a good time to have the Doomer on the cover, but now Doom is heating up. Dr. Doom is getting hot because they've announced the whole Doomsday arc in the movies and stuff like that. I picked up some Shogun Warriors, also always of interest to my man Jersey. He sent me actually several of these, and I might have double bought on these. So if I double bought on any of these, I will be sending those other copies off to someone else, I guess. As you all well know, I'm into the man in a loincloth period of my life where I dig this kind of stuff. I've always kind of grooved on this stuff, but not so much the jungle situation as much. I'm looking forward to it though. Kazar is some really cool stuff. It's not all jungle stuff. As I live in a good part of the neighborhood. A little bit more Kazar here. Just thought it was a whip cool cover. here's a series that I now have the first and the sixth issue of, but you can obviously tell why. The Monkey Prince. The artwork in this is amazing, and it's just, I can't say enough about how cool this book is. Um, ah, little Blue Devil action with Zatanna down there. Zatanna is one of the magical people in the DC universe, and I hope that they cast her and get some of these weirder characters going. James Gunn is at the helm, so I have no doubt it'll happen. Um, this was an interesting one. I did not know existed. The Thing and American Eagle. This is the first appearance of the character, I believe, and so being it's a first and stuff like that, I picked it up. Nobody wanted it. I don't know why. I think that cover is super trippy, and I really dig it. Well, here's one I already had too, but I figured I would. I'm in the midst of trying to finish out the Galactic Storm, and they had a bunch of issues, more of which you will see here coming up. But already have that. It's going to be really important that I get a database going soon on this. Another Avengers Galactic Storm. The Avengers issues. This is a story that spanned a whole bunch of different books, and the Avengers ones or the ones that I just did not score over time, and so picking up these just to finish out the set. There's something like 19 parts to the story. Oh god, 19 parts. Anyway, I just bought this because I thought that the art was amazing. I don't know what's going on here, but I dig it. I believe that's the Joker in there. But I just thought that this was a rampantly cool cover. Those of you who will know, and this is all kind of leading into things, but foreshadowing. I picked up this Batman Year One because Scarecrow is absolutely one of my all-time favorite characters in Batman. Adding to the Secret Origins books that I've been collecting, this one's got Johnny Thunder and Nightwing in it. Really cool. Johnny Thunder is a character that used to hang with the JSA quite a bit. This is an interesting story. The dude had a pile of these and just kept going, don't rush, everybody just take one. I've got enough to fulfill all needs. This I bought for $1, and auctioneer had so many copies of this, it wasn't even close to funny. Interesting story, later on that weekend, I got thrown out of the very same auction for talking about how those books were going for $6 because people were running these stupid they called them Cap Hulk packs. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't. Karate Kid is a DC character that came out around the same time as things like Iron Fist, Master of Kung Fu, and stuff like that, trying to capitalize on the craze of David Carradine's TV show Kung Fu. So like mid to late 70s. The return of the Justice Society in the All-Star Squadron. You can take a look at the roster of the All-Star Squadron there, and you know why I'm picking that up. And then I'm done with comic books for today with this last one. Hey, come on, I had to. Captain Carrot versus Frogzilla. Come on, that's fun. That's what comic books are about, right? So that's issue number 3, by the way. So that's actually kind of a valuable book. I did not pay more than $3 for any of these, and most of them I paid $2 for them. I'm very careful as to how I pick up stuff, and I'm going to do an expose on Whatnot and the comic book thing pretty soon here. Anyway, hang on just a minute, and I want to show you some diecast. All right, carrying on finally with some diecast. I wanted to show the Hot Wheels mainlines that I've picked up because, again, some of this is going to people. So I just wanted to get it shown so that folks can have their stuff. But I'm kicking it off with this. I might as well take my glasses off. This is what we call in close work. I need a shade draw on my hair right now. This is a. I think this is a new casting. Maybe not. Now 2024 casting. So not new here, but I really did like this. The mid-mill. I have no reason to dig on it other than I just thought it was really crazy, just kind of like it. I'm not going to air this out. I have to put this stuff down responsibly or I'll lose it. And then I'm trying to no, really, I had it right here. And it's, this one I picked up for our son Zab. This is the Toyota GR86 Cup, and this really took him by surprise. If I'd have known, I'd have maybe picked up a couple of others, but pretty neat casting, pretty cool, not bad, as they say, not bad. It's got front headlights, and if you really wanted to do a number on the back end, you could. But it's got front tampos and stuff. This is a nicely decorated car. This is one I didn't mind paying $1.18 for. Some I see no point in paying for it. It's not complete. This is a really weird one, and I'm looking forward to opening it up, but this is the long block. They did the short block, and then they turned the short block into a taxi, and I just kind of like the wood paneling on the side of this kind of spoke to me. My parents had a station wagon with wood panels like that, and so back before electricity. And so I really wanted to keep an eye out for that. And I gotta say, I found all of these out at the Dallas, Oregon Walmart. And for those of you who are local, if you want to see something, I didn't think that they could make a dumber Hot Wheels display. Everybody who's been watching for a little while, you all know that I cannot stand those phone booth displays with the bucket catch on the bottom. Trash as cards. They're hard to go through. They're small. They're horrible. Well, the new iteration of madness has begun, and there was a tower rack, 4-sided. And it went almost all the way to the ceiling. And there was a line that said, above this line, ask for help. And there was a whole, the cars came up to about my nose, and then it had that line. There was a whole nother display. Who is that for? Are you going to put all the treasure hunts and super treasure hunts up there so that you can access? Is this what we've really come to? Over $1.18 car used to be 99 cents not terribly long ago. I wasn't going to pick it up, but then I did. The cream colored Porsche. I have all the other paint jobs of this car, and I love the body style. And the racing deco is really kind of nice, so I went with it. And the last main line I have here is this Mustang, which I know a Mustang person who will not buy this for themselves. So I'm going to buy it for him so that he can add it to his art project about Mustangs that we've been hearing about for a really long time. Just saying. So that's the main lines, and then I was watching the shelf flippers doing their thing, the Cryptid Toy guys out there in Maple Shade, New Jersey. If you're close to Maple Shade, New Jersey, or if you find yourself out that way, please look up Cryptid Toys and Games. I'll flash the logo over here. Is it gone yet? Anyway, stop by because some of the stuff that I am sending out there, they are going to mark as previously owned by me. And it's going to be very special. But Nas found these the other day, and I got this color scheme because, of course, it looks like a Golf a little bit. They had about half dozen colors of these there, but it looked to me like one would probably give me a really good idea as to if they're cool or not. So I'm going to open this on my very next show, and we're going to talk about it. This, and I have a pink slip Nissan that I've been wanting to open and look at, because it's the ones with the collector tin in them that are useless for anything but keeping your pot in. Really, that's all they're good for. They don't hold the car very well at all. But I think it's a GTR. Anyway, it's really cool looking. It's green. You'll see. I'm back on the works here, people. I had to get some. I'll tell you someday. Anyway, as I started the show off by saying, folks, my son pulled up momentarily here, so he'll probably come in the front door any minute. As he's on the phone and the dogs are gonna bark, and hang on a minute. This is working in a live environment. Okay, I got a couple of other things I just want to talk about real quick here. Again, like you saw at the beginning of the show here, the Dallas Library in Dallas, Oregon will be having a Comic-Con on Friday, March 14th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I will probably be there hanging out like a vagrant. Actually, that's not a funny thing to say in my state. Oh, but I've got a couple of things left to show you, and this is the big finish here. As you saw when I was out in Dallas, Oregon, I stopped at Everything Blaine Likes, which is one of my favorite stores. Blaine is a wonderful, warm host who will talk to you about anything you want to discuss, nerd or not. And his wife was there running the register and stuff. They just got a load of Amazing Spider-Man, by the way. So if you're looking for stuff from like the 60s and 70s, they've got it out there. They were just about to start pricing it. I, of course, kind of just walking around looking for footage. I saw the Mars Attacks thing outside, so I stopped in and, after talking Blaine's wife's ear off, I did make my way over to the comic bins and went through them and found, of course, yet another iteration of John Carter and a Princess of Mars. This is the first John Carter story, and this is issue. Oh, and it's issue 1. It's issue 1. So, of course, I was going to pick that up. And that was like $2, maybe, really good pricing out there, folks. Also in Oregon, you don't pay sales tax on stuff like that. So, $2 is $2 in Oregon for most things. Anyway, also I picked up, and I'm going to have to probably rebag it, but really neat book. Number 3 of Omega the Unknown, featuring Electro. So interesting. I didn't know that those worlds crossed over at all, but I guess I do now. Number 3, they had a few more of them, like 4, 5, and 11, 6 and 11 maybe. And I didn't pick those up because, honest to God, I just didn't have the budget for it right now. But the final thing here is something that I have to thank someone individually for. Thank you very, very much to Joshua Moon, who is a constant supporter of our show. Almost always first or second in the comments. I took some stuff out a couple of months ago, maybe about a month ago, to Blaine's, just to sort of leave for Joshua, because he has some stuff there that he's selling, and so he stops in frequently. And I dropped off a couple of Volkswagen Beetles that he was too busy with family stuff to go out and actively hunt for, and I knew this, so I took the ones that I had. I had actually like an extra one, and then I found another one, and so I was like, okay, I've got a set here, I'm going to take this out. And I dropped it off for him out there, and he was very, very touched by my dropping off some Hot Wheels and a few stickers, business cards and stuff. But I just, I haven't been able to meet face to face with this person, even though he's in my area. But I will at the Comic-Con in Dallas. I'm going to come out and make a special point of finding you, Joshua, and thanking you in person. Joshua, like I said, has been watching the show religiously, and when I walked into Blaine's, first of all, they recognized me right away, which, it could be a good thing, it could not. You never know when you look like me. But they said, we have something for you. And I said, you. Joshua had heard me when I said I was looking for this Scarecrow from McFarlane now. And these things went real cheap at one point. They were at like Ross and stuff like that, which is lordy where I hope you found this. But they kind of came and went, and I figured I had more time to pick this up than I did. And so I kind of errantly set out into the universe saying, if anybody knows of a cheap one of these, please let me know. And It's so touching that anybody watches what I do on a regular basis, let alone making an effort to find something that they know is particular, you know. And most of the time, honestly, I do ask that if you've got stuff, if you've got like Hot Wheels, if you've got comic books, things of this nature, please take it to a shelter, family shelters, or something of that nature, because there are always children there. Or contact your local children's hospital and see if you can't drop off some toys at the front desk for kids that are there enduring testing or therapies of different sorts. I ask that you give those things to charity instead of necessarily dropping them on me. But in this case, it's a very special person, a very special friendship that's sort of been put together here. Joshua, thank you very much. And I will see you out in Dallas at the Comic-Con to thank you in person properly. And I look forward to that. I may even bathe. I haven't decided yet. I have a little while, and so do you. Again, that's March 14th in Dallas, Oregon here, and it's free. It's free for all ages. Let me give their little logo up so that you know what you're looking for again. But there are going to be lots and lots of vendors. Joshua is going to be one of the vendors there. He's going to have a lot of long boxes. So bring out your shekel and drop it on the men for some good books. I thank you all for your patience. Thank you all for your humor and understanding when YouTubers must step away from making consistent content. You feel it when it goes by a few days and you don't get something done. You feel an irresponsibility, like I've got this diecast building up in my house. I've got to do a show about it really quick so that I can give it all away. And or review it. I'm going to review a couple of these larger pieces, but again, they're not expensive pieces. The Majorette, the Majorette F1 car, the old time Indy car. Those are $4, and the Pink Slip GT that I've got to open up is also like in the $3 to $4 range. There are a lot of folks that are putting up some great content lately. Toy Brigade has been showing some slightly elevated pieces of die-cast from Mini GT and Kaido House. And another one right now that I can't think of. This is what happens when you smoke your breakfast in the 80s. So don't do that. All right. Have I mentioned everybody? Have I mentioned Matthew Hennigan? Have I mentioned Chris? Have I mentioned Nas? I don't need to mention Andre. Screw you, Andre.
Yeah, screw you, Andre.
What he said. And we're back. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming out here to Monkey Shine Lab. If you think about it, hit the subscribe button. We're not having an earthquake. I'm just using a shaky spot to put my camera right now. The dog is leaning against the table. I'll see you later.